Welcome, families, to our back to school presentation for the 2020-2021 school year. We have 4 second grade teachers, and beginning with Mrs. Douglas, we'll share a little bit about ourselves.
Hi, my name is Miss Douglas, and I have been teaching for over 20 years. My experience is in K1, 2, and 3. I have a master's in reading. I love being here at Clovis Elementary. And a fun fact about me, I love owls, and you'll see that in my classroom.
Hi, I'm Miss Holt, and this is my second year teaching second grade. I've been involved with Clovis Elementary for the past 4 years, and my teaching experience goes from kindergarten to 5th grade. And a fun fact about me is I will be getting married at the end of this school year.
Yay!
Hopefully.
Yay. My name is Mrs. Narbites. I teach in room 3. I've been teaching for over 20 years as well. I've taught 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th. And a little fun fact about me is my favorite animal is a sloth.
Hi, I'm Miss Weber. I have worked for Clovis for 7 years now, doing campus club, subbing for the district. This last spring, I taught 2nd grade on a long-term sub, and this is my first year here at Clovis Elementary. A fun fact about me is I love the color red, and I like Mexican food.
This is just our contact information if you'd like to get a hold of us and don't have it yet. So we know that the top priority probably question for you is, what's the schedule going to look like? And so we thought right up front we'd go ahead and give that to you. If you'll notice, so from 8 to 9, that is scheduled for SSTs, IEPs, some small group intervention, which your teacher would be talking to you about if that happened. But 9 o'clock is the time that we have to take roll. So you, as you can see from the schedule, there are 3 instructional blocks, and we do take roll in each one. So please be prompt and present. Now you notice from 9 to 10:30 is an instructional block for ELA. Please do not panic. That is not, your child will not be online for an hour and a half. We are designing a block where we would do an instructional focus lesson, maybe some independent work, maybe some iReady in that hour and a half period of time. So your child will not be online the whole time. Then there's a little break from 10:30 to 10:45. We need you back for the instructional block 2 math at 10:45. Again, it will not be an hour and a half of instructional time on Zoom. It will be probably somewhere around 30 minutes instructional time, some time to do independent work, and some time to do iReady. Then you have a lunch break from 12:15 to 1, and then our 3rd instructional block. Please be present at 1 for attendance. And again, that will just be continued ELA, social studies, science, even PE will be in there. And again, they will not be on for a whole hour. It will likely be divided up into little increments. Now, if you'll notice on Wednesday's schedule, it's a little bit different. So you have to be present a little bit earlier on some of the instructional blocks for taking roll. So just pay attention to that. And then also on the end of the day, you'll notice that there's some things from 1 to 2 that will be independent work and assignments.
All right, important dates. So if you want to go ahead and put these in your calendar ahead of time, that would be awesome. So welcome week is next week, August 17th through the 21st. So you'll come, sign up for a time slot to get your laptop and come get your school supplies. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. And we have August 24th is online instruction begins. So like Ms. Douglas said, make sure you're ready to go at 9 o'clock. And September 7th is Labor Day, so you know what that means, no school. And October 16th is the end of the quarter.
And we still have a dress code even though we're on Zoom, so don't show up in your pajamas. And go ahead, and our shirt should still have the 2-inch shoulder strap. And we don't do any camouflage or sports jerseys. And please, no hats. Thank you.
So like Ms. Holt said, next week is welcome week, and your student will be coming by to meet your teacher, kind of check out your classroom, pick up your laptop, and pick up some supplies. We'll be giving them a paper packet to be working on for distance learning, as well as a bag of some school supplies such as crayons, markers, highlighter, glue stick, scissors, etc.
So as you notice from the supplies we're sending home, we are going to be keeping your kids busy. Our goal is to really try to reproduce at home what we would be doing here. So never fear, we're going to be in complete support of that. And one of those things in second grade, your child will be starting the AR program. And so those of you that are not familiar with that, that is the Accelerated Reader Program. It's a computer-based reading program. Your child will be taking an assessment online in a couple of weeks. We'll let you know when to start that. And then that assessment will rank your child, and it will find kind of books that are in their range, and it will give them tons of books that they can read. There's a lot of research that says having children reading in their instructional range is very, very supportive. So then you will be able to, we have a link, Mrs. Henson has a link for the library. You could virtually check out books. At the end of you reading each book, your child will take a short quiz just to see if they've understood it. We always recommend reading the book 2 or 3 times, maybe retelling it. And then we'll be setting up little incentives and things and letting you know what our points goals will be for each quarter.
All right, so ACES is a go. So what does this mean? It means that ACES will be virtual. So online registration starts August 10th through the 28th, and they are projected to start instruction on August 31st.
And we are continuing the Positivity Project, and it's a school-wide project of positive thinking and support. And it helps students build positive relationships with their family and friends. And we show them and work with them on being their best self every day.
So this year, Clovis Elementary will be using the Blooms app for our main parent communication, and that's school-wide. You should have received an email with information regarding this, how to sign up, and enter into your student's class code, as well as information for signing up for a time slot for our Welcome Week next week.
So as we mentioned earlier, we will be doing Zoom lessons, and just as in a real classroom, in a virtual classroom as well, we have behavior expectations. And so we'll be going over that and really reviewing kind of what our expectations are, and you'll hear about the Zoom expectations in a little bit. But our school has adopted an acronym, PROWL. So Jaguars are on the prowl, and it's really focusing on distance learning. And so our goals, and we will again go over this with your child on Zoom, are to have perseverance online. So not giving up. When something you struggle with something, we're going to persevere through that. Respect online, so not just for ourselves and our teachers, but also for our peers that are on Zoom sessions. To stay on task, so make sure that you are doing what you need to be doing on Zoom, as well as, and we will talk about this with your child too, to support you at home, doing your independent work at home, doing your iReady lessons and things at home as well. Working hard, again, that's something that we are hoping, we are planning on giving your child the things that we would be having in the classroom to try and not have them be behind. We're working with the goal of meeting our standards. So we're gonna need for your child to really kick it in and work hard, because our ultimate goal is to learn. And that is what we would hope to do in second grade.
All right, so we will be continuing PRA checks. So if you've been with us in the past years, your child should be familiar with this. So PRA is just a school-wide discipline and responsibility program. So with PRA checks, we don't want to get those, okay? So to get a PRA check, it's you have to have poor behavior on Zoom. So we will be sending home a Zoom expectation list this next week, what is expected of your child while they're on Zoom. So, and then unexcused tardies and dress code violations. So those are all things you can get a PRA check. But the good news is if you get 5 or fewer PRA checks, you will be receiving a special reward at the end of the first quarter.
The Zoom expectations mean what behavior do we want your child to have when they're in a Zoom meeting. And this takes practice because it's hard for them to sit still. and a lot of them want to talk at the same time. And so we decided that we're going to keep the expectations the same as if we were in the classroom. And the first one is to raise your hand to speak and just wait till the teacher calls on you, and everybody will get a turn. The other one is to try to sit still and try to not have any distractions, and maybe don't walk around with your computer. Have a good spot for them to sit and stay there the whole time. And so they can stay focused that way. And it helps other people stay focused because they don't see the distractions that are going on somebody else's screen. And to listen very carefully to the instructions on what they're asked to do. And when we have comments and questions, to keep it on the topic we're talking about, and just try our best to have the best and courteous behavior we could have.
All right, that is it from our second grade team. Thank you so much for joining us for our virtual back to school night. Also, please take some time. You should be receiving an email from our principal, Miss Kellum, with a school-wide back to school night presentation. If you have any questions, you may ask those next week during your time slot for Welcome Week. We look forward to seeing you then.
Bye.
Bye.